back.
You need to start the webinar yet?
That. All you have to do, I would start the webinar because that is now live. You can see that's actually what they're seeing.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're live to YouTube.
So
Doubled up. All right.
okay, so go ahead and start it.
No, I would wait.
Okay.
We got 7 minutes, 6 minutes. So
Yeah, I would wait when it takes about 30 seconds for the webinar to kick in. And we told people to be on at 7:30. So I would say, look at your watch and at 7:28, start the webinar.
Okay. So when people are on stage, you want me to stop the share, and then when we go back into another slide, start the share?
Yeah, I think that's the only way this is going to work.
Okay.
Because I don't think it's not jumping back and forth
Right.
between the presenters like you would on a normal Zoom thing.
Yeah.
And so I think you're going to have to stop the share so that the people can be seen.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to have to go back to share so that people can see the slides.
Okay. So do we care that they're just going to be seeing PowerPoint?
What?
Like when I stopped so that's good. Are you talking about what's showing on YouTube? I guess I'm thinking about what's in here because when
I don't want you to worry about what's on YouTube at all.
Okay.
It has started. It is rolling. It will do what's showing on YouTube is whatever you're showing on Zoom.
Okay.
So right now, that's what you're showing on Zoom.
Yeah.
And actually, that's what they're seeing on Zoom. You can see that the media's on, other people are on. That's what everybody should be seeing on YouTube right now.
Okay.
Zoom and YouTube.
Zoom and YouTube, because YouTube, you can see where it says live to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
That's what everybody's seeing. So you can. That's why I wanted 2 monitors, but he's got it up. You're seeing what the visual person sees. So actually stop share for a second.
Me?
Yep.
You will need to spotlight speakers who are in Zoom if you did not know how to do that.
Okay.
So now, if you look up there, that's what they're seeing on Zoom.
Okay.
So if you go back to share, then it'll pull back up the presentation.
And our speaker feature should be working. So as soon as someone starts talking, it should go to them. Otherwise, we can spotlight that person for their period of time.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, especially if there are some periods in here where the people are speaking for a fairly long period of time. Just spotlighting them. Okay, speaking. And that, you can see everybody who's on there.
Yeah.
Okay? And again, you have to remember, and I don't really care if the crowd sees this, other than you don't want the crowd to see the chat.
Right.
So you should not ever put the chat.
Well, I was going to remind them of just
okay.
they need to stay on mute until
I can be chat police right here because I can do it.
Yeah.
So, I'm UK production, so my credential, it'll make sense. I'm talking back to him.
Yeah. So you could just have him type in and say, "Hey,
what do you want me to
mute yourself when you're on, and make sure you turn your camera on whenever you speak."
Yeah.
Relay that message to me.
Stay on mute until we're to your portion, and be sure that your camera is on when you start to speak.
You're used to speaking. I think. Cool. Great.
Yep.
Good.
Okay. So let's go.
Okay. Do I need to mute myself here? Can they hear me?
That I don't know. I don't know how to test that. I don't have.
Okay, I'll just stay quiet. I don't think it's gonna.
This person asks, "Is there an agenda?" Brent Scholar.
Well, yes, but I mean, it's not something that we can share with them. So it'll. Tim.
They can hear you. That he said okay, which makes can
Yeah.
Can you hear Let me test this and okay, he can hear me. Okay, cool. So let's mute.
Their communities. I'm Tara Singer, and it's my great joy and pleasure to serve as the President and Chief Executive Officer of Omicron Delta Kappa. My colleague, Tim Reed, and I, who is our Society's Vice President for Membership and Operations, will be your MCs tonight. We look forward to introducing you as our audience, whether you're here or virtually, to the other presenters for this evening's program. The first honor we will be celebrating tonight are this year's inductees into the 5-Star Society. The 5-Star Society was established by Executive Director Emeritus Jack Morgan, who has been here off and on through the conference. The name of the 5 stars signifies the 5 stars on the bar of our key, which represent each of the 5 pillars of collegiate leadership celebrated by ODK. Individuals who have completed their term of service on our board of trustees or in other society leadership roles, including our long-serving advisors, may also be considered as candidates to be inducted as members of the 5-Star Society. The first group of 5-Star Society inductees we are celebrating this evening are those members who have served as circle coordinators and faculty advisors for several years. They are all watching virtually. Tim, why don't you please come tell us about these great campus volunteers?
Pleasure. These individuals who have completed their service as advisors include the following: Richard Demergen Jr., 2017 to 2022, faculty advisor, Rutgers University, Camden. Deborah L. Haggerty, 2011 to 2022, faculty advisor, Georgia Southern University, Armstrong campus. Lawrence J. Jacobs, 2007 to 2022, circle coordinator, Georgia Institute of Technology. Julia M. Kelly, 2018 to 2022, circle coordinator, University of Richmond. Brooke L. Supple, 2011 to 2022, circle coordinator, University of Maryland, College Park. Melanie E. Trexler, 2018 to 2022, faculty advisor, Roanoke College. Let's have a round of applause for these individuals who have guided their circles and mentored their members throughout the years.
Congratulations to you 6 wonderful advisors, and truly thank you for your dedication to your respective circles and to Omicron Delta Kappa. It is now my pleasure to introduce 3 new 5-Star Society inductees. I like to think of these 3 individuals as sort of the future of Omicron Delta Kappa. Each one of them has served in a leadership role in the society and not too terribly long after their initiations into ODK. The first person I'd like to celebrate is Hamida W. Asafwani. Hamida served as a 2018 to 19 member of the Society Board of Directors and a 2019 to 22 member of the ODK Society and Educational Foundation. She was the 2020 to 2021 National Student Vice Chair and also was the 2020 to 21 Chair of the Student Advisory Board. Hamida is in, I believe, London, and so she's watching us from afar. 2 of these younger 5-star inductees are here tonight, and you've seen a lot of them. Eve Marie in Bessenbach, one of our 2 2022 National Leadership Conference co-chairs, and Eric M. Wilkham, our other co-chair, have really done a fantastic job in leading the conference planning team and putting together this exciting and informative event that we've all experienced in recent days. I am truly so proud of both of you. It has been so much fun to work with you over the last week and through the last year. Eve Marie has also served as a member of the Society's Board of Trustees for the last year. So Eve Marie and Eric, please come forward to pick up your 5-star certificates and something else that we are giving you an appreciation for your hard work and dedication in planning the conference. We also invite you to each give a couple of comments.
Hi, everyone, and thank you, Tara, for that lovely introduction. It has been an incredible honor and privilege to serve the Society as the co-chair alongside Eric for this year's conference, and to also serve as part of the Board of Trustees. It has been a wonderful learning experience. It has been an honor, and I am truly grateful and thankful for the opportunity to not only serve the Society, but also to work with an incredible team and meet incredible students, incredible lifetime members. So I just want to say thank you.
And while Eric is getting ready to speak, we do want to show.
Are they beer steins? An excellent gift. I'll just say, I'll keep mine very short. Thank you. And I will say I've made some amazing friends, amazing connections, and met some amazing students through ODK. And it's really my pleasure to be able to do what I do and help in the ways that I can help. And I think everyone should try their best to help in the ways that they can. And I think that looks different for everybody. And so you should reflect upon yourself on how you think you best can help ODK. Thank you.
I gotta find my spot here. All right. Hamida, Eve Marie, and Eric, congratulations on your well-deserved recognition. I look forward to seeing what you will do with your leadership in Omicron Delta Kappa in the future. And yes, Eric, we will get the podcast going again. It is now my pleasure to celebrate 5 individuals that I have thoroughly enjoyed working with during my tenure in the Society and throughout their leadership with the Board of Trustees. Tonight, we celebrate 5 trustees whose term of service on our board will conclude as of June 30th, 2022. In addition to being inducted into the 5-Star Society, each one of them has been designated a trustee emeriti or trustee emeritus. This year's trustees concluding their service include the following: Sally K. Albrecht, is an initiate of the Rollins College Circle. She first served on the Foundation Board of Trustees from 2015 to 2019. Sally was the foundation president from 2018 to 2019 before the creation of our single board. She served as the chair-elect, the chair, and the immediate past chair of the ODK Society and Educational Foundation Board of Trustees. Sally composed the music and co-authored the lyrics for the society song, which you all got to sing a couple of times at least. We are proud to be ODK. Our organization is deeply indebted to her for all that she has done for Omicron Delta Kappa throughout the years. Please give Sally a round of applause. W. Jeffrey Jeff Edwards was an initiate of the Washington and Lee University Circle. He has been inducted into the 5-Star Society. Jeff served in his role from 2016 to 2022. As National Counsel, Jeff has also served on the Executive Committee and the Governance and Trusteeship Committee. It was Jeff and his colleagues at Hunton Andrews Kurth who helped the Society develop its new governance structure. Jeff has also been named the National Counsel Emeritus. Please give Jeff a round of applause. Darwin C. Jones, a University of Albany initiate, has served ODK as its national treasurer since 2013. Prior to our governance transition, he served as the foundation treasurer from 2016 to 2019. As national treasurer, he also chaired the finance committee since 2013 and the audit subcommittee. Please give Darwin a round of applause. Jeffrey I. Stone, an initiate of the Auburn University Circle, has served on the 2016-2019 Foundation Board of Trustees and 2019 to 2022 ODK Society and Educational Foundation Board of Trustees. He has also led our development committee since 2017, and he has been a de facto chair of the Society's first ever comprehensive campaign. With Jeff's leadership, we are within $495,000 of our $5.6 million goal and hope to conclude the campaign by the end of next year. He and his wife Linda are the individuals who are named for the Stone Ethical Leadership Challenge. So if you've seen that in ODK, that's where the word Stone comes from. And please give Jeff a round of applause for his service. And finally, I'm glad to recognize Leslie A. Worden. In addition to being an initiate of the Morningside University Circle, Leslie has served as a longtime advisor for that circle. She is a former winner of the Society's Moreland Bishop Outstanding Advisor Award. And if you check out our website, she'll see that she's the advisor of the month for June. Leslie has been a 2018-2019 member of the National Advisory Council, a 2019 to 2022 member of the Society and Educational Foundation Board of Trustees, and is past chair of our Mission Committee. Leslie, please come up for your award. Leslie just came back from Italy too, so.
Thanks. The only thing I want to say about this is it was really a treat to be asked to have a seat at the table of the Board of Trustees to serve on the National Advisory Council. And I think one of the most important things that you all can do in your circles is to make sure that the folks get asked to have a seat at your table, because once they're asked, they will be much more inclined to help out. So I appreciate being asked, and I will continue to help out as much as I can. Thanks.
Let's have one more round of applause for our trustee initiates into the 5-Star Society. Congratulations to you all. It is now my pleasure to introduce Sheridan Henson, the Circle Coordinator for the Cumberland University Circle and this year's chair of the National Awards Committee. Sheridan.
Okay. Trying to find where I am at. Here we go. Thank you, Tim, and good evening, everyone. As the chair of the National Awards Committee, I'll tell you that one of the most challenging things our body does each year is to select the recipients of the National Leader of the Year awards. This year, there were more than 50 exceptional candidates who were nominated for this honor as Circle Leader of the Year honorees. Leader of the Year honorees are selected in each of the 5 pillars of collegiate leadership celebrated by ODK, and they receive a $1,000 award. The General Russell E. Dougherty National Leader of the Year, our highest collegiate honor, receives a $4,000 award. This year, there were no honorees in the pillar areas of communications or the creative and performing arts. So keep that in mind, advisors and circle coordinators. Here are this year's pillar honorees. Natalie M Burglar, a 2020 initiate of the Concordia University Irvine Circle, is this year's honoree in academics and research. Natalie graduated this past May with her Bachelor of Science. She worked as an on-campus math tutor for 3 years, advancing to become the lead math tutor for the university. Natalie served as secretary and president of the CUI Circle. She's not available to be with us this evening, but she pre-recorded this video message that we would want to share with you now.
Sorry, there we go.
Throughout my college experience, and I cannot wait to see how this organization can continue to support leaders all across the country and how else leaders can come and give back to the organization as well. Thank you.
No, keep it in the back. Okay. Keep it.
That's done. Oh, hold on, he's fine.
Is Jacob R. Thomas, a 2020 initiate of the Wake Forest University. Jacob too recently graduated with his bachelor's degree. At Wake Forest, he was the secretary and then president of the Black Student Alliance. Jacob was also a residence advisor, a member of Dash Corps, and a branches moderator within the Office of Civic and Community Engagement. He's also a member of the Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Jacob, congratulations. Would you like to say a few words?
Hi, I'm here. Hello, thank you so much for this award. I'm honored, and I think that this organization has been really impactful and helpful for me as I've developed leadership skills. And I just want to say thank you so much. And I really enjoyed having the opportunity to at least sit in and hear this session and learn more about ODK, and then also hear what others have had to say. So thank you again, and I'm honored.
Again, congratulations, Jacob. One of our Leader of the Year honorees in a pillar area is actually here tonight. Maggie, would you come forward and join us here on the podium? Maggie Jay Gavin is a 2020 initiate of the Hamline University Circle. Maggie, a 4-year standout on the Hamline volleyball team, led her team to the Division II playoffs for the first time in the university's history. She spent the off-season after her final season providing leadership to underclassmen on the team. Maggie too recently graduated with her undergraduate degree. And finally, she is a member of Phi Beta Kappa, Psi Chi Honor Society, the Hamline University Honors Program, and is a recipient of the Presidential Academic Scholarship. Maggie, we're so proud of your academic and athletic achievements. Would you like to say anything?
I would just like to say that I'm very honored and humbled to get this award. I knew that I was nominated as the Circle Leader of the Year, but when on our Zoom call, when they told me that I received this award, I went into it thinking that it was an interview for some reason. The thought that I could win this award just completely went over my head. So I'm just incredibly thankful to ODK and just everything for this award.
It gives me great pleasure to announce this year's General Russell E. Dougherty National Leader of the Year. M. Peace, if you'll join me on the podium. A 2020 initiate of the Sigma Circle at the University of Maryland College Park, is the 2022 General Russell E. Dougherty a first-year innovation and research experience student researcher in the UMD Clinical and Cognitive Neuroscience Laboratory. Between 2019 and 2021, they served as either author or co-author on 2 peer-reviewed publications, 4 in progress, 1 book chapter, and 9 additional publications and reports. In addition, M has participated in 18 research publications and invited talks, and served as a teaching assistant for 6 courses at UMD. Outside of the classroom, M has served their campus and community in a multitude of ways. They served as a senator in the UMD University Senate, a member or co-chair of 9 committees and task forces, and a Maryland General Assembly legislative intern for state delegate. Named the Colonel J. Logan Schultz Omicron Delta Kappa Leader of the Year by the Sigma Circle. M was also awarded 9 additional scholarships and honors, and were named to the Distinguished Dean's List of Outstanding Students every semester at UMD. Congratulations, M, on your many accomplishments. Would you like to say something to the audience?
Thank you all so much for this tremendous honor. It's been so wonderful to be in community with so many amazing student leaders these last few days. Those of you who I've had the pleasure to meet, you're all such compassionate and thoughtful people, and it gives me so much hope to know that we are all working towards a better world together. Thank you also to Sarah Williamson, who's here, and those back home from the Sigma Circle at University of Maryland for supporting and guiding me. I wouldn't be here without my friends, family, peers, and mentors. This award is yours just as much as it is mine. As a young queer leader of color during this Pride Month, it is not lost on me that I would not be able to stand here today on this stage were it not for the resistance of activists and community leaders of the past. These people never would have been accepted into such collegiate leadership circles in their time, but have challenged institutional norms to the point where I get to be here today. And so I'm incredibly grateful and want to acknowledge that. Indeed, it is also not lost on me that there are people in positions of power today, some of whom are even past inductees of ODK, who are continuing to harm the diverse communities we all represent, making our evolving definition of leadership a rather important and salient question for us all. So to that end, one of the most powerful things I've learned in my work is how our growth, our power, our lives, and our destinies are in so many ways interconnected. We are all realizing that social justice and liberation from oppressive systems requires creative, innovative, community-centered leadership. It requires that we shift the paradigm around what leadership is, not leading for power or recognition, but rather out of love and compassion for those we serve. As Dr. McElroy discussed this morning, we are all in sort of this challenging position where we are working both to engage productively within a system that so often fails us while simultaneously fighting to change it. So with that in mind, remember to lead with compassion and grace and empathy and humility. Never forget the history and power structures that create the present conditions facing your communities, and never lose sight of the people that you serve. Shift the paradigm and reimagine with hope what is possible for our future. Thank you.
It is now my pleasure to introduce a member of the Society's Board of Trustees and one of our great circle advisors, John Robertson of Campbell University, to present the next set of awards.
Thank you, sir, and congratulations to all of our outstanding student leaders. Tonight, it's my honor and privilege to present the Eldridge W. Wark Jr. Meritorious Service Award. Dr. Rourke was a longtime student affairs administrator at SUNY Plattsburgh and served as ODK's national president from 1990 to 1994. Meredith Hine, would you kindly come and join me on the platform? Our first honoree this evening is Margaret Peg K. Cornwell. Peg is a 1997 faculty staff initiate of St. Lawrence University Circle. For many years, Peg served as the advisor of the SLU Circle. During her tenure as the advisor, the Circle twice received Presidential Award of Excellence honors from the Society. More recently, Peg served the Society as a member of its 2020-21 Strategic Planning Task Force. She's also been a champion for the Circle at Rollins College in supporting the program at Rollins. Peg has hosted initiations at her home and supported programming the Circle has hosted on campus. Meredith Hines is here to say a few words this evening on Peg's behalf.
I'm not Peg, but she's an incredible human being. I am here to just thank all of you for the incredible work that you're doing in regards to leadership, justice, and creating a world where all of you as both students hopefully will be better for not only you, but for future generations. On behalf of Peg, I know she is incredibly grateful for the opportunity to not only work with our Rollins chapter, but these circles at her previous institution. This award means so much to her and all of the students that she's had the opportunity to work with. So on behalf of Peg, thank you all so much and continue to do the incredible work that you're doing, both on your campuses and in our world.
Our next honoree this evening is also connected to Rollins College. Lori M. Kyle is a 1997 faculty staff initiate of Rollins College Circle. Since her initiation, Lori has been an active member of the Circle and has served as the Circle coordinator for more than 2 decades. She is devoted to the members of the Circle and has helped develop the Circle into one of the Society's strongest. During her tenure, the Circle received the 2012 and 2017 Circle of Distinction honor. Her nominator wrote, quote, "ODK is in Lori's heart. She's been involved with ODK for decades and is truly deserving of this recognition. Lori is joining us virtually. Lori, is there anything you would like to say this evening?
I am honored to have been selected for this recognition, and I am sincerely grateful to the National Awards Committee and to the members of the Rollins College chapter of Omicron Delta Kappa for their nomination. The experience of working with these inspiring young leaders is its own very special reward, so I'm doubly honored. Some of you may know that Fred Rogers, creator of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, graduated from Rollins College. It was here that he discovered his guiding philosophy that life is for service. It is gratifying to me that the focus of this award is service, and I offer my admiration to the many ODK members who practice servant leadership daily. Thank you.
William D. Wilkerson is a 2012 initiate of the Virginia Commonwealth University Circle. William was the first president of the VCU Circle when it was rechartered in 2012. His leadership helped return the circle to active status. Since then, William has remained his service as both a member of the Mission Committee and as a member of the Scholarship Review and Selection Committee for several years. In addition, William is also a member of the Golden Key, Order of Omega, and Iota Phi Theta. Congratulations, Williams. William is also joining us virtually. Is there anything you would like to say this evening?
I just want to thank the society for giving me an opportunity to serve. I've made an effort to be a part of the society since my induction. I want to thank Tara and Dr. Reed for giving me this opportunity. I was truly surprised when I was selected for this award, but I'm thankful for being selected. And I will work hard to continue honoring the society as a progressive leader, and I will continue to serve as long as the opportunity is there. Thank you.
Ralph E. Johnson, would you join me on the podium? Our last 2022 Rourke Meritorious Service Award winner is Ralph E. Johnson. Ralph is a 1982 graduate student initiate of the Florida State University Circle. He presently serves the Washington Adventist University Circle as its circle coordinator, a position he has held for many years. In addition to his service to the WAU Circle, Ralph has been a member of the Scholarship Review and Selection Committee for an extended number of years. During his tenure, the WAU Circle received the Circle of Distinction honor in 2017. His professional and civic activities include membership in the National Association of Student Personnel Administrators, service as president of the Southern Association for College Student Affairs, SACSA, treasurer of SACSA Foundation, and chairman of the Alpha Phi Alpha Education Foundation Board of Directors. He is past chairman of the Board of Directors for the National Society of Collegiate Scholars and a member of the Board of Directors for the Council for the Advancement of Standards in Higher Education, currently serving that organization as its president. Ralph, thank you for all that you have done for ODK and higher education. Congratulations. And is there anything you would like to say this evening?
Thank you so very much. Good evening, everyone. I have to tell you, I'm going to make a confession. I'm going to age myself because it was exactly 40 years ago that I was inducted into Omicron Delta Kappa at the Florida State University. And from that day forward, I have committed myself to this organization and for which it stands. And now as I serve as the circle coordinator for Washington Adventist University, which is located in Tacoma Park, Maryland, it is very ironic that our university's mantra is Gateway to Service. And it is through that gateway that many of our students leave after we've prepared them to serve the world, to become moral, competent leaders. I want to thank Dr. Tara Singleton and Tim Reed for the opportunity to stand here this evening to share with you my gratitude for this honor. I've known Dr. I won't say how long. I've known her for a long time. We grew up together in student affairs, and I see former students out here. I see colleagues out here, and it's just amazing the circle, the community that Omicron Delta Kappa has created. I am so honored to receive this award, and like others, I was so surprised when I received the announcement. But let me tell you, it makes me want to work even harder as I continue my work in support of the young people, the amazing young people who come into the circles of Omicron Delta Kappa. Thank you again for this honor. And I want to leave by saying, I know my family's listening. I want to thank my family for the support. And I want to thank each and every one of you for doing what you do to make a difference in the lives of so many.
It's now my pleasure to introduce Melissa Concio, our society's current National Student Vice Chair, to announce the next award winners this evening. Melissa.
Thank you, John. Cheryl M. Hoggle, another longtime student affairs leader at SUNY Plattsburgh, was the first woman to serve as president of Omicron Delta Kappa. Tonight, we celebrate her legacy by recognizing 4 outstanding members who have contributed so much to our society. Michael S. Cashman is 2001 initiate of the SUNY Plattsburgh Circle. He was a 2002 to 2003 president of the Circle and has remained actively involved to the society since. He was a 2006 to 2008 member of the Society Board of Directors, a 2006 to 2010 regional director, and the 2008 to 2010 chair of Council of Regional Directors. In addition, Michael has served as longtime advisor to the SUNY Plattsburgh Circle and as national parliamentarian. He is a former recipient of the Society's Eldridge W. Wark Jr. Meritorious Service Award and one of the people who set up the Great Archives display at the 2014 ODK Convention and Centennial Celebration. Michael, congratulations. Would you like to give a few remarks?
I would. Thank you for that introduction. Reflecting on notification, it has been hard to capture the full range of emotions on being selected for this honor. I remember fondly when Dr. Bassesse, or President Bassesse, and I traveled to Pensacola, Florida to surprise Cheryl with the news that this award would carry her name. Cheryl was instrumental in my development as a person and as a leader. I had the good fortune to get to know her as a student leader and stay connected with her during our 20-year friendship before her passing. Her life served as a source of inspiration to me. Cheryl had a fierce leadership style that was combined with passion, dedication, the highest level of moral character, and could add a dose of snark that was unmatched by anyone. I have tried in earnest to live my life in the same way. Being tapped for membership at the SUNY Plattsburgh Circle, there was an expectation of service to campus, community, and society. My involvement in the society came shortly after becoming a Circle president. Cheryl asked me to join on a trip to assist with the chartering of the SUNY Potsdam Circle. On the drive over, she impressed upon me how the society links leaders together. To her, it was important to know it was bigger than just our campus. Though she was very proud that SUNY Plattsburgh was the first circle in New York State's university system. In a note following the ceremony, she challenged me to embrace this service to the society, but also embrace the SUNY system's motto, and that is to learn, to search, to serve. Many times over, she would be encouraging to stand for election in that spirit. be it a province leader, regional leader, or member of the national board. Each of those roles were fulfilling, though the pinnacle of my service was as faculty secretary to my home circle, helping tap new members. My involvement in ODK has provided me innumerable experiences that help me grow both personally and professionally as a leader. Please know that I am very thankful to the Society for being tapped all those years ago, to the many opportunities to serve alongside some of the brightest and most talented leaders I have ever come to know. Now, being given a place alongside someone I dearly admire and miss greatly is equally humbling. Before I conclude, I want to thank several ODK mentors and friends who I continue to be inspired by their example. I'm grateful to Bill Laundrie, Dr. Michelle Carpentier, Brian Hartman, Bill Johnston, who many years ago planted the seed for me to run for public office, and Corey Jackson, who nominated me for this award. And last but not least, the love of my life, my wife. We were both tapped together, but she remains my North Star, and she has been with me at every step of this journey. Congratulations to the other award honorees, and thank you again for your time, attention, and this honor.
Matthew W. Clifford is a 2001 initiate of the Davidson College Circle. He has served both the circles at Jackson University and Wake Forest University as an advisor. Matt joined the Society's Board of Directors in 2014 and served on the Foundation Board of Trustees as a member at large. As national president from 2016 to 2019, he was instrumental in the work to create a single governing board and became the first chair of the combined Board of Trustees for the Omicron Delta Kappa Society and Educational Foundation. Matt served as board chair from 2019 to 2020 and immediate past board chair from 2020 to 2021. In addition to his involvement in ODK, Matt is very involved with NASPA, the Student Affairs Administrators in Higher Education, where he was past co-chair of the Student Leadership Program's Knowledge Community. He also currently serves as a Vice President of Marketing for Communication for the Southern Association of College Student Affairs. Congratulations, Matt. Would you like to say a few words?
Thanks very much. I appreciate it. Apologies that I can't be with you here, be with you today, although I had an opportunity to spend some time at the outset of the conference in Lexington, and hope that it continues to has continued to be a wonderful event. I do want to offer a few brief remarks. So again, many thanks to the awards committee for this honor and for this selection. As Dr. Singer was preparing the materials for this presentation, she remarked that she found a old picture of me and that I hadn't changed much in the interim since it was taken. That I think that may be true, that I've maybe looked mostly the same, but I do want to say that certainly there has been a great deal of change for me, and much of that is due to my experience with Omicron Delta Kappa, both as a student in a circle, as a faculty advisor at 2 institutions, and certainly due to my service on the board. So the change certainly is reflected internally in my growth as a human being and as a professional and as a leader. I do want to thank mostly all of the board members with whom I've served. I cherish the relationships that I've had with all of you. I want to thank the students and faculty at Davidson College, where I was inducted as an undergraduate student, and students and faculty at Jacksonville University and Wake Forest University, where I had the chance to serve the circles there as their faculty advisor. I can't say it any better than Michael did about the spirit of Cheryl Hogel and the fierce leadership that with which she led, and I endeavor to serve in that same model and that same mode. Though that is a tall task to try and reach, but endeavor we shall. Certainly also want to pay my deepest gratitude to my family. Some of them are around here. I'm at home, and who've given me the opportunity to serve. And again, deeply indebted to my wife Joanne and my 4 kiddos, Peyton, Sam, Ada, and Luke. Thanks all.
Matthew has not changed. Daniel C. Holzenbeck was initiated into the Omega Circle of Auburn University when he was an undergrad in 1963. By the time he was younger, higher educational professional in the mid-1970s, he began writing about leadership in the Society's magazine, The Circle. When working with the Omega Circle, as his career continued, he was involved with circles at 4 other institutions. Dan was eventually named province director for the states of Alabama and Mississippi. During his tenure in this role, he visited and spoke at every circle in those 2 states and helped establish new circles. As a province director, Dan also served on the Society's National Council, and he was also involved with the National Awards Committee for many, many years. In addition, Dan chaired the Society's 75th anniversary celebration. In the mid-1970s, he was one of the champions for the admittance of women as members of the Society. And in 1981, he received the ODK Leadership Service Award. Dan, we know you're watching from the program tonight, so we just want to thank you for all you've done. Cynthia Chapel Cochran, or also known as C, can you please come to the stage? She is a 2001 initiate of the University of Miami Circle, Go Miami. Throughout her education and career, ODK has remained an important part of C's life. Over the past 20 years, her involvement has ranged from serving as a circle president, a term as the East Caucus student representative for the Society Board of Directors, a member of the Council of Regional Directors for Region 1, and vice chair of that group for 1 term. C has also served as a faculty secretary for the University of Miami Circle and a member at large on the board of directors. Previously, C served as the chair of National Advisory Council and member of the Society Board of Directors. I just read that line, I'm so sorry. For the Omicron Delta Kappa Society and Educational Foundation. She also rechartered the University of Miami's ODK Alumni Circle in her service. She is a 2004 recipient of Omicron Delta Kappa's Elridge W. Wark Jr. Meritorious Service Award, and she was the co-chair for the Society's 2020 to 2021 Strategic Planning Task Force. C, congratulations on your recognition. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you. Well, first I would like to thank the awards committee, the team at the national headquarters, and all of those who I've had the opportunity to serve with. Like all of the honorees before me, the lessons that I have learned through my experience with ODK have lasted a lifetime, truly. Students, when I was in your position at this conference, that spark said, how can I continue to serve first on our college campus and then through national leadership roles? And I tell you, once you start, it's really hard to stop. So I encourage you to continue your service, both for your college campus, in your communities, and as you graduate and pursue your next endeavors. I want to thank my husband, Miles, who is here. We left 3 small people back home, but he insisted that we make the journey here to see friends and colleagues, but also so that I could receive this award in person. And I'm grateful we met at the University of Miami. Miles is also an ODK initiate, and so you never know, you could find love in ODK as well. So thank you all for this tremendous honor.
I am now happy to introduce Betsy Dunn Williams, our circle coordinator at Campbell University and a member of the 2022 NLC Conference Planning Team and the Society Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee. Betsy.
Thank you, Melissa. The first award that I will present tonight is the Emerging Advocate Award for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusivity. This newly established award recognizes the contributions of young members of Omicron Delta Kappa who promote the need for a more just, diverse, equitable, and inclusive world. It celebrates members who are under the age of 40 and working in these areas. Kevin K. Dua is the 2017 initiate of the ETA Circle at William and Mary. As an undergraduate, Kevin worked on everything from community building activities in service and leadership to Residence Hall community building. Get this, he even secured a Guinness World Record for the most people doing the Thriller dance. Kevin is currently a member of the William & Mary Student Engagement and Leadership Advisory Board. He was the Massachusetts 2017 History Teacher of the Year. He is a two-time Massachusetts Teachers Association's Human and Civil Rights awardee and is a current member of the Ideation Uplift Legacy Cohort for K-12 Black male educators. As a history and psychology teacher at Cambridge Rindge and Latin School in Cambridge, Massachusetts, Kevin introduced his expertise into discussions on anti-racism, unlearning, and strategies to increase equity in education in the age of COVID. Previously, he resurrected and served as an advisor to the award-winning Black Student Union in Cambridge. Over the years, Kevin has become a relied upon leader and ally in examining the Black Lives Matter movement and its impact on teaching. Kevin, congratulations on being the inaugural recipient of this award. Would you like to give a few remarks?
Thank you so much. I forgot about that Guinness World Record. First, I would like to say thank you to the ODK community for this recognition, to Drew Stiles from my alma mater at William & Mary for this nomination. Much love and appreciation to all my friends, to every Black teacher that has taught me, starting with my first co-Black teachers, also known as mom and dad, to my incredible best friend and wife, Rebecca, and to every student over the past 13 years that has made me a better person. Thank you for allowing me to educate you and for allowing yourself to educate me too on not just doing good, but also getting into good trouble for joy and liberation for Black and brown folks. And lastly, I hope to continue to amplify the words of a human rights activist, James Baldwin, in my professional and personal life as not just an advocate and an ally, but also a lifelong teacher and learner. And the words are this: you have to go the way your blood beats. If you don't live the only life you have, you won't live some other life. You won't live any life at all. So thank you, everyone. Take care. My apologies for my family and I for not being there in person, but truly grateful for the support on letting us join. Congratulations to all the other recipients, and continue doing good. Thank you so much.
The next award selected by the members of the Society's DEI committee is the ODK Community Commitment Award to Diversity, Equity, and Inclusivity. Brent D. Scholar is a 2018 Faculty Staff Initiate of the Arizona State University. Throughout his career, Brent has been an ally of diversity, equity, and inclusion in both his volunteer and professional roles. Since 2011, he has been a member of the Diversity Leadership Alliance, the premier diversity education organization in Arizona. Since 2012,
Brent has been a part of the DLA's education and conference committees. In 2020, he began directing the DLA's online Conversations to Ignite Change, providing education and discussion forums for more than 1,000 members about identifying racism, implicit bias, micro and macro aggressions, and how to be anti-racist. Brent also started the DLA's Equity Corner, a 1-hour follow-up to the monthly workshops, which allow members to come together to discuss their efforts to be more inclusionary in their organizations and their lives. In recent years, Brent has been coordinating with EI Games to include game simulations that are based on empathy. In 2019, he was asked to review the company's Emotional Intelligent Diversity, Inclusion, and Equity game. Brent's thoughtful feedback ultimately led to the game winning a gold medal at the Serious Play Awards in 2020. EI Games continues to draw upon his expertise in developing new game packages, focusing on concepts such as privilege and oppression, gender identity, equity, social justice, and bias. This exceptional simulation and workshop program combines empathy, leadership, communication, diversity, inclusion, and equity training for leadership teams across the country. Congratulations, Brent. Would you like to say a few words?
Yes, I would. And thank you. And to everyone. I'm also sorry. It is so inclusive that we're able to have people live as well as on Zoom that we're so accustomed to now. I just want to say a few words and some thoughts from other people as well. I'm not concerned with your liking or disliking me. All I ask is that you respect me as a human being. These words ring true today as we continue to navigate the diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging space from Jackie Robinson, sorry. Thank you, Omicron Delta Kappa National, for what is truly a humbling honor with this award. I want to thank my friend and colleague, Mai Trin, for nominating me, and everyone from my Sun Devil Circle for their efforts in creating an inclusive society for our students and advisors. And a big thank you to my wife, Jillian, for her unwavering support. The work I do in education and through Diversity Leadership Alliance is a collaboration with my colleagues to share those uncomfortable and hard conversations we must all have to continue to drive our world to more inclusivity and belonging. In quick closing, if we are to change the world, we all must do our part. As Margaret Mead said, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. So please continue to do your part, and thank you.
It is now my pleasure to turn the program over to Steve Bassesse, longtime faculty advisor at the University of Richmond and a past national president. Steve?
Thank you, Betsy. Each year, ODK selects 5 lifetime members and other civic leaders who have demonstrated outstanding achievement in one of the 5 pillars of campus life, all of which are essential component to the ODK idea. These individuals are selected to be the Society's Pillar of Leadership Award recipients. The first Pillars of Leadership honoree we are going to celebrate this evening is yesterday's amazing featured speaker, Everett D Mccorvey. Dr. McCorvey, a distinguished faculty member here at the University of Kentucky, is a native of Montgomery, Alabama. His degrees, including his doctorate, are all from the University of Alabama. He was inducted into Alabama's Circle of Omicron Delta Kappa as a graduate student in 1981. In addition to being a faculty member at UK, he is the director of the University of Kentucky Opera Theater. Dr. McCorvey is also in his 7th season as the artistic director of the National Chorale of New York City. The 54-year-old National Chorale is a symphonic choir that performs at the Lincoln Center. Last but certainly not least, He is the founder and director of the American Spiritual Ensemble. The ASE, established in 1995, has the mission to keep the American Negro spirit alive. The members of the ensemble travel the globe celebrating the music of African American enslaved peoples. Today, thanks to the work of the ASE, there are more than 3,000 Negro melodies that have been documented. I was pleased to be able to present the award to Dr. McCorvey yesterday during yesterday morning's opening session. So again, congratulations to Everett McCorvey. James Jim L. Caldwell is a 1996 initiate of the Wake Forest University Circle, where he was the head football coach from 1993 to 2000. He was also the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts from 2009 to 2011 and the Detroit Lions from 2014 to 2017. Jim Caldwell has been a part of 2 Super Bowl winning teams in his career. First, as the assistant head coach and quarterback coach of the 2006 Colts for Super Bowl 41. And then as offensive coordinator of the 2012 Baltimore Ravens during Super Bowl 47. Caldwell has served as an assistant coach in the college ranks at the University of Iowa, Southern Illinois University, Northwestern University, University of Colorado at Boulder, University of Louisville, and Pennsylvania State University. He was the first African-American head football coach in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Congratulations to Coach Jim Caldwell. This year's Pillars of Leadership honoree in the service to campus and community category is Paul Shellgren. Paul is a 1963 initiate of the University of Kentucky Circle of Omicron Delta Kappa. Professionally, he is the retired chairman of the board and chief executive officer of Ashland Incorporated, known to most of us as Ashland Oil. Paul is currently a partner with Snow Phillips Group, a New York City-based private equity firm. He served as director of the PNC Financial Services Group for more than 20 years. His financial expertise is one of the main reasons ODK is so thankful that he has been a longtime member of our investment subcommittee. We also appreciate Paul's generosity and that of his family for establishing the Shellgren Family Scholarship Fund. During his undergraduate career, Paul was an honors program student, a star intercollegiate debater, and student government president. With a very generous contribution from Paul and his family, the University of Kentucky was able to establish the Shellgren Center for Undergraduate Excellence. In addition to his business career, Paul has done much to support higher education and other philanthropies. He served on the boards of trustees of the University of Kentucky, Centre College, and the Marshall University Foundation for many years. He has been an advocate and advisor for both Eastern Kentucky University and Kentucky Wesleyan University. So congratulations, Paul. Our next honoree is the 2022 Pillars of Leadership Award winner in communications. John J. Curley is a 1958 initiate of the Dickinson College Circle of Omicron Delta Kappa. In addition to being a collegiate initiate of our society, he is a member of Phi Sigma Kappa fraternity. Currently, John is a professor, distinguished professional in residence, and co-director of the Center for Sports Journalism at Penn State. Previously, he was the very first editor of USA Today. John was also the head of Gannett News Services, during which time the news service won the Pulitzer Prize for public service. He retired from Gannett as chairman in January 2001 after more than 30 years with the company. During the time, John served as the editor of the Rochester Times Union in Rochester, New York, as editor and later publisher of the Courier News in Bridgewater, New Jersey, and later as publisher of the News Journal in Wilmington, Delaware. In May 1996, he was selected as chairman of the Newspaper Association of America, and in 1999, he was made an honorary alumnus of Penn State. The John Curley Center for Sports Journalism at Penn State is named in his honor. John is with us virtually. Let's please give him a round of applause. Congratulations, John. I'd like to invite Rick Bright to come forward and join me on the stage up here. Rick Bright is a 1996 initiate of the Auburn University Montgomery Circle, and I think he's currently the institution's most recognized alumnus. Rick, we are so glad you're here with us in person today. After becoming a member of our society, Dr. Bright was named his circle's Leader of the Year in 1997. He eventually enrolled at Emory University, where he received his PhD in immunology and molecular biology. Dr. Bright has extensive experience in global public health, having served with the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Center for Disease Control and Prevention and scientific advisory boards for the World Health Organization. He has also held positions in the private sector, making significant advancements in vaccine and therapeutic developments for influenza viruses with pandemic potential and new vaccine treatment and testing technologies. In May 2020, he filed a whistleblower complaint regarding the administration's ignoring the early warnings about COVID-19 pandemic. He publicly challenged other government officials about the seriousness of the illness and unproven treatments for the disease. Dr. Bright was demoted and eventually resigned from working for the federal government. Subsequently, several organizations have recognized Dr. Bright for his ethical leadership. He currently leads the Rockefeller Foundation's collaborative efforts with other organizations to create a pandemic prevention institute in his new role. The institute's goal is to stop future pandemics within the first 100 days after the earliest identification of the disease outbreak. Finally, Dr. Bright has been a great volunteer for Omicron Delta Kappa by speaking at one of the 2021 academic year virtual initiation ceremonies and during the 2021 virtual National Leadership Conference. He also recently endowed a scholarship for a member of the society. So many congratulations, Dr. Bright. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you. It's such an honor, especially seeing the other leaders being honored tonight and in the room tonight. And so I'm really grateful for this recognition. I'm deeply honored to accept the ODK Award for the Pillar of Leadership for Academics and Research. The award means a lot to me coming from this body of leaders, leaders of today and leaders of our future. Being a part of Omicron Delta Kappa during my time as a student at Auburn University at Montgomery, and I see Alabama really represented tonight, so yes. But it was a very important part of my personal and professional development. In being part of an organization that not only recognized leadership, but also cultured leaders. An organization that upholds the values, doesn't just speak of the values of collaboration, inclusivity, integrity, scholarship, and service. Those are the values that prepared me and sustained me through my career and the challenges that I faced after graduation, even standing up to some of the strongest, most powerful leaders in the world. With each of these values also comes the virtue of courage. And being part of this ODK community of leaders, I know that each of you have the courage to lead. And each of you will leave your imprint on the world in ways that we cannot even imagine today standing here tonight. You will imprint our world to build a more fair and equitable, diverse, and inclusive society for all of us. As I think about the many great leaders in ODK, a few words came to my mind about leadership spoken by Martin Luther King Jr. He said, "A genuine leader is not a searcher for consensus, but a molder of consensus. Our lives begin to end the day that we become silent about things that matter. And the ultimate measure of a man, I'm going to update that to a person, is not where they stand in moments of comfort and convenience, but where they stand at times of challenge and controversy. And I challenge each of you, whichever year you were inducted in ODK, and I'm confident that you will face the challenge and controversy in your life, no matter how large or small. You will rise to the moment because of your foundation and the leadership values of ODK. You will speak up when you need to. You will not be silent, and you will lead. And that is why you're part of the ODK community. So I want to thank you all for your leadership on campus, in your communities, and in society. And I want to thank the society for honoring me for this Pillar Leadership Award. Thank you.
Thank you for those words, Rick. It is now my pleasure to introduce one of our newest Emerita trustees, a new inductee into the 5-Star Society, a previous Moreland Bishop Award winner, and the June 2022 ODK Advisor of the Month, Leslie Worden. Leslie?
The Moreland Bishop Outstanding Circle Advisor Award recognizes an outstanding faculty advisor or circle coordinator for his or her dedication to the ideals of ODK. Would Joel D. Herman please join me on stage? Joel D. Herman is a 2007 collegiate initiative of the Maryville University Circle. In the 15 years since, Joel has been a devoted servant of the society. When he arrived on the Fontbonne University campus as a young professional, Joel almost immediately set out to bring ODK to his institution. Since that time, the Fontbonne University has been celebrated as one of the society's very best, receiving Circle recognition honors in 6 different years. The Fontbonne University Circle, under Joel's leadership as an advisor, has also secured 2 Clay grants during his tenure. They always seem to bring a strong contingent to the national gatherings. Joel himself has been involved in the planning of the 2016, 2018, and now 2022 national conferences and convention. He is a former member of the ODK National Advisory Council, served on the membership committee, and is a former recipient of the Eldridge W. Rourke Jr. Meritorious Service Award. Joel has supported the members of the Fontbonne University Circle in their efforts to collaborate with other organizations on campus, encouraged his circle members to achieve academically, and worked with them to increase the diversity found in their membership. Joel, congratulations. Would you like to come up and say a few words?
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Tara, Tim, Jamie, everyone. Thank you to the committee. Really appreciate this. I know that a big lesson that I try to teach my student leaders is regarding gratitude. And so I want to make sure I share mine today for that. And so to all the advisors and colleagues in the Space Circle coordinators, thank you for everything that you're doing to make sure the society is still running strong and make sure that our students are buying into our mission, because we wouldn't be here without all of you. Thank you to my students for making me love to do what I love to do and getting me here today. I obviously wouldn't be here without all of you. And thank you all for our wonderful conference and convention. I really appreciate it.
It is now my pleasure to bring our president and CEO, Tara Singer, back up to make the next award presentation.
Thank you, Leslie. And congratulations, Joel. I know this is meaningful for you.
The John Jack D. Morgan Award for Lifetime Service to Omicron Delta Kappa is given to honor a member of the society who has rendered outstanding and sustained service to ODK throughout one's life to promote the highest interests of the society. The 2022 recipient of the Jack Morgan Award for Lifetime Service is John H. Herbst. John, please come forward. If you haven't met John over the last couple of days, it's because you weren't paying attention. John is the person who lovingly restored the old Student Center and oversaw the expansion of the building to become the Gatton Student Center here at the University of Kentucky, which has been our home for the last several days. Quite honestly, I think it should be called John Student Center. Yeah. John was initiated into the University of Kentucky's new circle of ODK in 1985. He was not a student. He served as the faculty secretary and circle coordinator from 1991 to 2019. From 2006 to 2010, John was a regional director for ODK. He was the national convention chair in 2002 when we were here previously in Lexington, Kentucky. John has been a member of the General Council and a faculty province director. He also served as the parliamentarian, listen to this, 2006, 2008, 2010, 2012. No, it was 12 that you missed. That was the one that we had all the problems with. 2014, not true. Michael Cashman did a good job that year. 2016 and 2018 conventions. John is currently our national parliamentarian emeritus and a trustee emeritus. And if you need to know Robert Rules of Order, John's your guy. He is a recipient of both the Eldridge W. Wark Jr. Meritorious Service Award and the Cheryl M. Hogle Distinguished Service Award. He has chaired both the Public Relations Committee and the National Awards Committee. He was a member of the National Advisory Council from 2010 to 2016. At the University of Kentucky, our host, John served as the executive director of the Student Center from 1997 to his retirement in 2019. Previously, he was the director of student activities at UK. He has been recognized nationally as both the Outstanding Student Government Advisor in 2000 and the Outstanding Student Activities Director in 1985. And he's also served on the national board of the directors of the National Association of Campus Activities. In addition to his responsibilities of the Student Center, John has also served as the university's commencement chairman and was on the university's SACS reaffirmation credit team. That's got to be a tough job. He was also a member of the university's Student Affairs Crisis Response Team and is a FEMA certified Campus Community Emergency Response Team trainer. Finally, I'm also pleased to share something that I don't even think you maybe know yet. The University of Kentucky has an endowed scholarship fund, and we've been adding a little bit of money to it a little bit at a time. And thanks to the philanthropic leadership of our mutual friend, Britt Brockman, it's almost fully endowed, and it is going to now bear your name. So I'm so excited for you. So John, let's give John some congratulations. So would you like to say a few words?
My students know that I've never been at a loss for words, but tonight I'm going to keep it very short because I'm almost speechless. I'm truly and deeply honored by the award. More so, I'm very, very humbled. You know, for hundreds and hundreds of years, philosophers and scholars and leaders have said, the more you give, the more you receive. A very simple statement. What I've received through ODK, through the University of Kentucky, and probably more than anything through our students at ODK and the University of Kentucky, is immeasurable. absolutely immeasurable. You all have heard inspiration after inspiration through the last couple of days. I'm not going to be able to begin to mention all the people that have touched my lives and influenced me to move forward, because there are too many of you. Many of you are in this room. Many of those people are not with us, but they continue to be our inspiration to lead. It's truly been a remarkable experience for me. Instead of giving you more words of inspiration, the only people that I am going to mention in the room is Lynn and the students of the new circle at the University of Kentucky. I am so proud of you. Continue to strive forward and keep that legacy alive. What I will leave you with is not the specific words of inspiration, but if you don't take those words of inspiration, they're meaningless. One of my favorite sayings is the old New England Mariners rhyme, and it has to do with your attitude. Your attitude is what's important. One ship sails east, the other west, in the self-same wind that blows. 'Tis the set of the sail and not the gale that determines the way they go. To all of you, go out and change the world. You can do it. Thank you very much to ODK and all of you.
Oh, okay.
It's a photo op, never get one up.
Just warms my heart. It is now my pleasure to introduce Michelle Burke, the chair of the 2023 National Leadership Conference, who is joining us this evening virtually. Michelle?
Thank you, Tara. What an inspiring evening, and congratulations to John. John Herbst and Michael Cashman were actually the two people that kind of pulled me into national service many years ago, and so happy to see them be honored tonight along with all of our honorees. Congratulations. Planning is already underway for our 2023 National Leadership Conference, and we hope you will plan to join us again and encourage other members of your home circle to get involved. As you heard earlier this evening, it takes a dedicated team of staff and volunteers to make our annual event a success. Please connect with me on EventMobi to express your interest in serving on the planning committee or share speaker ideas and activity ideas for our next national gathering. Look in the coming months for a call for programs and volunteers. And Kim Lovelace McMahon of University of South Carolina, I got your note a few minutes ago on EventMobi, so you're the next person being added to our planning committee. Thank you. So while the Society has not yet set the exact date for a fall 2023 conference, we have selected the location. Could I get a little drum roll, please? Friends, I am excited to share that we're heading to one of the great Southern destinations with a strong history of leadership and America's busiest airport, Atlanta, Georgia. And in hopes of building your excitement about heading to Hotlanta, let's watch this video.
Yeah. Getting there.
That's a video? It just looks like an image. That's what does it look like to be a video file? Just a second. Let me go to PowerPoint. Where are we at?
I'm going to Chrome.
Okay. Do you know the title of the video?
It should already be. It's right there.
This is it. Okay, this should work.
Welcome to Atlanta. We're here to ensure that your visit is unforgettable.
Okay, we're good.
Let's explore.
And make new friends. We have everything ready for you. Experience our history and culture.
We have something special planned for you.
Be entertained from dusk till dawn.
Thank you for choosing Atlanta. We look forward to welcoming you to our city.
We'll see you in Georgia. Thanks, Tara.
It's not sharing though.
And thank you, John Tyler. I keep fighting tears. This is my last conference, and I want you to know how much you all mean to me. So thank you for being here, and I hope you will come back even after you've graduated. And now I'm going to pull it together. I have interesting news to share first. So we had the election results to talk about. And the first thing I'm going to share is that we had a dead tie for the position of faculty staff trustee. Somebody said, has that ever happened before? And I said, I don't think so. So Sheridan and Peter will be, basically we're going to have an election all over again. And so we will be sending out information about our two friends who are candidates for this job, this opportunity. And so if you're a sitting circle advisor or faculty coordinator, please review. You can take a look at the forum that they had several weeks ago. And we only had 48 advisors out of a realm of about 400 vote. So particularly if you're in this room, please be sure to vote and express your support for one of these two great gentlemen. Our student trustee election was close as well, but Angelique Mavera of St. John's University has been elected as the incoming student trustee and national student vice chair. So let's thank her. That's okay. You're in heels. I gave up.
I think I'm probably one of the last, so I'll try to keep it really short and sweet. I am very honored to be elected to this position. Thank you for all the delegates that took the time to vote and for all those individuals who took the time to come to the forums and ask the important questions. Thank you again to everybody who put on this leadership conference. It was tiresome work, so thank you. Thank you to all the speakers and all the session leaders, and thank you.
And let's also have a round of applause for Angelina Corsader, who is the other candidate. I've seen a lot of you in recent days, and I hope to stay in touch with you in the years to come. And before I turn it over to Tim for some housekeeping information, I have some housekeeping information too. So who knows what the flowers on the table are? Okay, Fontbonne University Circle for $64,000. What are the flowers? Very good. Okay, all right. So those are ODK's vases. If you'd like to take the flowers, not the orchids, they're my orchids, okay? I grow orchids. Don't take my orchids. But if you want to take the delphiniums, anybody know what the white flower is? I heard it. Stock. So blue delphiniums and stock. So if you want to take the flowers back to your room, to the Airbnb, to wherever, please take the stock and the delphiniums and leave the orchids. Leave the gun, take the cannoli. And so after that, here you go, Tim Reed.
How do you follow that anyway? I hope this has been a meaningful experience for every one of you. It has been an absolute joy and pleasure to work with the team of people to bring this. And I want everyone to give one more round of applause to everybody who helped, whether you were a presenter, a conference committee chair, conference committee member. Give everybody a round of applause as we wrap this up. So a couple of housekeeping things. Those of you who are in the housing across the street at Jewel, your checkout is 11 a.m. I cannot head back to Lexington, Virginia until everybody is out, so get out. All right. Please hang around, chat, share names, share phone numbers, emails, all of that stuff. You actually have all of that in EventMobi, by the way. And the EventMobi app will be live for a while. We have to do some editing of some of the videos, but a lot of this stuff will be available. And you can share that with other individuals through EventMobi. You can show folks what you experienced. So please feel free to do that. What we're going to do in just a minute is we're going to move this podium off to the side. And then you can come up here and get your flag and have pictures in front of the banner with your flag, with your circle, with yourself, however you want to do that. But there's no free lunches. What you're going to do is you're going to take your picture with your flag, and then you're going to pull the pole out of the flag, and you're going to set the pole on this side of the stage, and you're going to stack the flags on that side of the stage so that we can get them packed up and out of here. So not only do you get to take your picture, but you get to help us pack up in the process. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you again. Safe travels to all of you. If you're going out and enjoying the evening, please do that safely. We really appreciate you being here, and we will see you in Atlanta in 2023. We stand adjourned.
Good deal. Mic off. Okay.
Okay. I need a couple people to help me move this.